Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Advanced Glitch Building. Today I'm going to go through a process of making what I call a standing circle. It is a perfect circle of wires that are each perfectly level and horizontal on the XY plane. This very basic setup is simple but can get super complex depending on what you want to do with the initial scaffolding. You can do a lot with this setup and make some great structures to build off of. So let's just go ahead and get started. First, you're going to want to save a horizontal and level wire. This will be your center point for your experimenting or whatever your finished build product is going to be. And then you're going to want to build away from it to save that center point. We will build back later on, but for now, we're just going to save that with a floor piece of your choosing. This is easier than trying to flip the wire in the middle of everything else we'll have going on later. Next, you're going to take that center point that you just saved and rotate it on its side by 90 degrees, either facing away from you or towards you. The actual direction you pick should be contextual, pick whichever direction has the least additional wires and build parts behind it. That'll make the rest of this whole process a lot easier. Next, you're going to build a circle at that 90-degree angle. The number of sides is entirely up to you, but I find that with experimenting specifically, either 24 or 32 sides is pretty much perfect. Once you have your circle built, delete the wire with the center point at an angle and build back from the horizontal point you saved to grab a level wire at the center again. And the radius of the circle is also entirely up to you, but again, for the purposes of experimenting with the finished setup, a full or half floor seems most beneficial. Unless you plan on experimenting with larger structures or using a lot of basic build parts like the floors or the walls to build off of, in that case, you're going to want a much larger radius. In that situation, it's going to be a lot more beneficial. Next, ignore the top and bottommost position for now, and instead reverse wire glitch from either the right or the left side of the very top point. Which side you choose from doesn't really matter, as later on we can manipulate the direction we are pulling from into these points to get whatever desired direction we want. Once you have reverse wired from one of those positions, pull down and connect that to the exact center point so it adopts a level orientation. Then reverse wire glitch from the opposite side and pull the wire to connect it to the other side you just pulled from. Then delete the angled wire. This will leave you with a level wire between these 2 points. Continue this process for each point around the circumference of the circle. When you reach the exact 90-degree point on the circumference, that's the full diameter from the left side to the right side going through the center, you should save just one wire across the entire diameter. Since it's level with the center wire, you can reverse wire and pull to the outside of the setup this time instead of to the center point. Then just pull straight across from one side to the other from reverse wire glitching the opposite side. Then continue with your process. Once that is all done, we're going to grab and flip our top and bottom points to share the horizontal orientation. Do this reverse wire glitch from the top point. Pull and connect at an angle to the far end of your center wire. Then pull a wire straight up from the center to that top point. Next, grab a full-length short wall, wire glitch it into the top point, then reverse wire from below that with the short wall, pulling the wire and connecting it to your center point. Then pull straight across from the top point over to your angled wire to create a horizontal wire. Repeat this process for the bottom point, but keep in mind you must reverse wire glitch from the top of the short wall instead of the bottom to maintain a horizontal position. Once you have that done, wire glitch a small floor into the top and bottom, and build out laterally a few paces and reverse wire glitch, pulling back to the top and bottom center points. Do this from both sides so you can pull from either direction later on, so you can have option. If you are planning on experimenting with basic walls and floor parts, it is advisable to repeat this additional lateral pull to save a wire position for each endpoint around the entire circle. If you don't, you're kind of limiting yourself on the direction that the walls or floors can be placed in those certain points around the circle. I don't do it here because I forgot. Now to give you some more options directionally for each of the points around your circle, and more angle choices as well, we're going to do a couple more steps here. First, wire glitch a small floor into each point around the circle, and then reverse wire glitch from the front and the back side, pulling to the point where the small floor was glitched into. This will give you 2 additional 90-degree angles from each point around your entire circle. This is extremely versatile and very important if you are interested in making perfect circles of items that are not only horizontal but angled in or out away from your center point. Now, Already with this setup, you have some crazy potential for some structures. Blender glitching from level wires to the circumference of the circle can get you some crazy, amazing looking things. Messing around with pulling from both sides, front and back, from level angles from far end to the near end, or even to the center point all the way out. It can be a load of fun, at least for me. But also for me, this setup isn't quite enough. I like to take it a little bit further, personally. Grabbing another additional wire point by reverse wire glitching from another 90-degree angle from each lateral wire we just made adds an angle pull that can be used all over the scaffolding as well. You can also blender glitch starting from the center itself and pulling out to any of these points you have now created to create some great inwardly facing structures. Also, you can build out in a cascade from the bottom to the top and get some crazy staircases going. Or instead of making it a circle, make ellipses to get yourself some crazy three-dimensional egg shapes. So there you have it. Let me know what you guys think of this. Show me what you've created and let me know if there's anything else you'd like to learn to do for future tutorials. Leave a like and subscribe. See you next time and thanks for watching.